Well, we're excited to be here, and we're looking forward to this season. I think like all the coaches and all the programs are at this point. We have a great nucleus of players that are coming back. We finally have even more upperclassmen than what we've had in my 5 years there. So obviously we're very excited about that. We've had a couple of coaching changes. I've elevated my son Ben Martin into our defensive coordinator position. I've elevated Jeremy McDowell into our quarterback and offensive coordinator position. We've had a couple of changes in there, but overall I think we've got some great leadership, and it's great to have this kind of experience coming back. I got to give Ian Marks some credit, because I never know how many players we got coming back returning starters till I read his press release and I see that we've got 21 different guys that started for us. So we've got some very high expectations. Well, I think several of the coaches have addressed that. I think one of the things I really enjoy coaching in the RMAC is the quality of teams that you get a chance to play every week. And I'm even going to go one step farther just from a personal standpoint. I feel very blessed to be coaching in this conference. I think every head coach out here I consider a true friend. And I think that's an important thing. I think you go into some conferences, I think there's a lot of guys, they really don't care about each other. And, here, I think you've got guys that care about their players, they care about their programs, and it makes it fun. It makes it exciting. And I was just joking around with a couple of the Pueblo guys over in the other room there about, if we were going to have a hassle on the field before the game ever started. Anybody that was there last year. I mean, you know what? The guys were excited. They love to play. And I think you find that in every team in this conference. And so I think just from the conference itself, it makes it very exciting, because you have to get ready every single week. Every team is capable of beating every other team on any given weekend. Obviously, then when you get into the out-of-conference, we were very similar to some of the others that were talking about playing Azusa Pacific. Our bye went in the final week of the season. There's sometimes advantages, disadvantages of filling that game. We felt we had a chance to fill it with a very quality opponent, and if you want to be a championship caliber football team, then you want to play championship caliber teams. And so we felt very fortunate to get the home and home with Azusa. But I can also look at our own schedule. You look in the preseason conference ratings. Out of the top 6 teams, we're one of those teams. We play those other 5 teams the first 5 weeks out of the gate. Does that mean later on down the season it gets easier? No, it doesn't. But it does mean from the preseason expectations maybe that we're going to have our hands full, and it's going to be important for our guys to start fast.
Just continuing to learn on the offense. I came in the end of the summer, and I just had basically fall camp to learn the entire offense. So this summer and all of last season, I was really getting into kind of a groove with all my guys, and learning how they play. And I think spending more time with them, I've learned more about them, and I know what to expect from them.
I'm thankful for all those awards and stuff, but I'm not going to change the way I play. So, I'm just hoping to keep growing in both aspects. I was lucky enough to return punts last year, and going to be able to keep doing it this year. And for me, I'm hoping to get some All-American honors for both of those, and really just trying to make plays and do what's best for the team, and not go outside of the scheme in any sort of way, and just do my role. But when it's my turn to make a play, make it special, just to get a little recognition.
No, I mean, as long as our team gets a win, that's all I care about. It's we have a team goal. Obviously, we all have our individual goals, but that gets distracting from our main goal. So, I just go into it, thinking I got to play the best that I can, and if we get the win, then I did my job.
Obviously it was great having Salim and Tony back there. They both made plays in different ways and stuff. Having Dustin back, actually we're looking at even moving Dustin more into a safety role for us this year. Obviously having Jackson Burrell back. Jackson had a great year last year, and I think he is going to be another young man that has a tremendous year for us this year. And so we've got some other guys that are going to be stepping up. The guys mentioned, we've got several guys that in the safety role situation. You've got guys like Colby Dixon that has played a lot. You guys, Stephen Sumi has played a lot for us. Those guys are going to have a little bit different role in there. Even at the corner, Antonio Clark may be playing and competing in that. George Manning was hurt last year going into the season. George was also one of our best cover guys we had. So I think we've got some guys there, and that's part of that recruiting. Gary Reese Scott played at the end of the year and started for us and really had a very good game there. Gary is a very talented player. His brother redshirted last year, Garrett, as a safety. So I think we've got some guys, and that goes back into what we were talking about earlier about building a true team and not relying on one person. So we feel we've got some guys there, and we're going to be ready to go.
Time for one final question. Yep.
Yeah, it should be an exciting game. We've been looking forward to it since last year. We're excited to get that win. We were hoping for another game in the postseason, but it left a bitter taste in our mouth, so we're ready to go.
All right. Thank you, gentlemen.